Thank you, Chancellor Block. I am very happy to introduce your student speaker. Elias Saba is a physiological sciences major graduating with college honors. Originally from San Jose, California, he came to UCLA inspired by the university's commitment to community health. He shares this commitment and demonstrated it with his service to the Mobile Clinic Project, Stroke Force, and TEACH programs. As the president of UCLA's medical fraternity, Phi Delta Epsilon, he helped raise more than $20,000 for the Children's Miracle Network through the first ever anatomy fashion show. In his last term, he taught his own certified course on stroke education. Upon graduating, he plans to attend medical school. Please welcome a graduate who is dedicated to UCLA, your student speaker, Elias Saba.
To the faculty, administrators, my fellow undergraduates, our friends and family and loved ones today. The thing about graduation is that whether we graduate from kindergarten or college, our loved ones are always looking at us and waving and smiling at us and trying to get us to notice. So on behalf of the entire undergraduate population, we do see you and we do appreciate you. So thank you. But speaking of families, my parents think in entirely different ways. My dad's the type of person who will look at a bicycle, but thinks down to the metal, chains, and gears, recognizing the importance of elements often overlooked. And in contrast, my mother always realizes the bigger potential in the small things, seeing in simple ingredients like flour, sugar, and flame, the possibility of a souffle. And at UCLA, we learn to think in both of those ways. Not long after we climbed the Jan steps, UCLA released a video called The Optimist. And for a long time, I didn't quite understand what it meant. How could one video, one simple brushstroke, optimism, paint the entire UCLA community? We came from all over the world, each of us a precious mosaic of experiences, each bearing convictions, dreams, even fears. For me, those fears were not quite finding my niche, or missing my friends and family, large crowds. Some things never change. But my story is evidence that UCLA doesn't always choose optimists, it creates them. Like looking at a bicycle and seeing the details within, we recognized the hidden, small struggles underlying reality every day. That moment on the first day of class when you realize that it's going to be a clicker quarter, or the struggle of trying to make it to BCAF by 1:59 a.m. to get that last meatball sub. Trying to characterize our flirtatious relationship with the inverted fountain. Trust me, it's complicated. You can look, but you cannot touch. But like seeing the possibility of a souffle in sugar and heat, we were inspired by the optimism and kindness we saw every single day. It's the optimism of sitting in Powell before your last final, clutching your course reader, praying, "Forgive me, for I have skimmed." It's the uncertainty of meeting your roommates for the first time in Hedrick Hall, not knowing that they would become your best friends. It's the kindness of that person who found your third Bruin card and made your day. It's the wild flutter in your heart when your professor knows you by name. Our optimism brought us together to achieve inspiring feats of kindness, like standing on our feet for 26 hours during Dance Marathon, which, as a matter of fact, is the largest student-run philanthropy on the West Coast. We performed on stage under these lights and a very groovy Alanis Morissette at Spring Sing, and we sat up in the Rose Bowl stands and let the rain bear upon our faces as we overcame USC 3 times. I actually just shook Brett Hundley's hand, and I haven't washed it since. But that last example wasn't so kind, but it certainly was satisfying. Maybe you had the opportunity while you were here to do research with any of these world-class scholars behind me today. Or maybe, just 2 days ago, you voluntarily took off nearly all your clothes to participate in UCLA's famous quarterly undie run. Undergraduates, I hope you all did that last one, because trust me, that's the last time doing something like that will ever be socially acceptable again. There's a quote that goes, "If we doubted our fears instead of doubting our dreams, imagine how much in life we'd accomplish." And today I stand in Poly Pavilion, and we're all brimming with this optimism, but also an equal measure of uncertainty. Because just as we came from all over the world to share these past 4 years, we now depart, and we cannot know where our stories will take us, nor can we predict what we will accomplish. But we now carry with us these precious new experiences that will forever change the way we interact with the world. Ultimately, we leave this university knowing that changing the world for the better is not so difficult, so long as we continue to bring to every pursuit, every obstacle, every bicycle and rising souffle, our unbreakable commitment to optimism. To the undergraduates, I'm confident, hopeful, optimistic that we're going to be okay. Congratulations, this one's to you. And now, I am honored to introduce our keynote speaker. Dr. Nathan Myhrvold's accomplishments read like those of the most interesting man in the world. He's an inventor, author, and researcher. He's a brilliant thinker guided by passion, curiosity, and a willingness to transcend those boundaries. Dr. Myhrvold enrolled at UCLA, and get this, at the age of 14, and earned a bachelor's degree in mathematics and a master's degree in geophysics and space physics, both in 1979. He then, not finished, received another master's in mathematical economics and a doctorate in theoretical and mathematical physics from Princeton University, which later awarded him its highest alumni honor, the James Madison Medal. He was then awarded a postdoctoral fellowship by Cambridge University, and as chief strategist and chief technology officer at Microsoft, he helped spearhead many of the company's most successful products and founded Microsoft Research. In 2001, he founded Intellectual Ventures, which manages one of the largest and fastest growing intellectual property portfolios in the world. He's written numerous books and articles on topics ranging from modernist cuisine to climate change. Always exploring new territory, Dr. Myhrvold currently serves as an affiliate research associate of paleontology at the Museum of the Rockies, where he funds and participates in paleontological research. Dinosaurs. Today we are honored to have this incredibly accomplished Bruin speak to the class of 2015. I present Dr. Nathan Myhrvold.
Come on, will the candidates for the degrees a Bachelor in Science and Bachelor of Arts in the Division of Life Sciences. If you haven't already stood up, stand up now. By the way, our speaker tonight was a life scientist from Physiological Sciences. Didn't he do a great job? You, our graduating students, have come into life sciences at an exciting time. Over the course of your lifetimes, our ability to study life has catapulted in ways we couldn't have imagined just a couple of decades ago. We can see images of the human brain to identify which neurons respond to different stimuli, to better understand how the brain works to come up with mental health solutions, or even to use brain imaging to figure out better ways to do marketing. We can examine DNA and RNA sequences and combine those with complex computational models so that we can understand biochemical pathways to understand how humans function and develop better treatments and better cures for disease. We can use breakthroughs in genetics to develop modified plants for new biofuels, or to develop conservation strategies for the management of healthy natural populations of other species. At UCLA, we cover a wide range of hard sciences, living sciences, humane sciences, all in the life sciences. These include marine biology, ecology, behavior, and evolution, human biology and society, our newest major, computational and systems biology. Now I'm going to start. Some of our majors are descriptions. They're not single words. The next major, microbiology, immunology, and molecular genetics. Or molecular cell and developmental biology. Psychobiology, neurosciences, physiological sciences, and our largest major, psychology. In these rapidly changing times, we need people like you to pursue careers in universities, K through 12 schools, medical professions, other healthcare professions, industry, government, entrepreneurship, all of these to make life better for society. Chancellor Block, I'm honored to present to you the psychologically well-adjusted, biologically sound, ecologically sensitive, evolutionarily complex, immunologically resistant, molecular-based, physiologically well-integrated, developmentally sophisticated, computationally advanced, and Chancellor, are you listening? Because this is something that doesn't apply to any of the other divisions, not the next one either. The special, unique graduates and candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Arts in the Division of Life Sciences. I present to you.
Graduates, let me congratulate all of us for becoming the newest alumni of UCLA. Graduates, we have one final tradition to observe. Before we received our degrees, we wore our tassels on the right side of our mortarboards. Now that our degrees have been conferred, it's time to move the tassel to the left side of our mortar boards and join the select company of UCLA graduates. Let's turn our tassels to the left.